Louisiana versus all y'all, Jared Roser here. And if you are watching this video, it means that Leesville has named a new head boys basketball coach, and that would be this handsome gentleman, Jordan Andrews, a Louisiana native who is coming back from Harris-Stowe College, a couple years coaching at the college level, a graduate assistant role a couple years ago with Northwestern State, so not too far away, and then been up in St. Louis and now gets a chance to come back home. Jordan, man, congratulations and welcome back.
I appreciate it. I'm happy to be back. It's boot boys for life, man.
That certainly plays very well on Louisiana versus all y'all channel for sure, man. I know that you were eager to get an opportunity like this, an opportunity to take on a bigger role, a head coaching role here, as well as to get back home. What have the past few weeks been like to figure this out, have some of these conversations with Leesville, and hear them say that you're the guy that they want to hand the reins of that program over to?
Oh man, and 2 months with March Madness and college basketball, you're always out networking, trying to talk to guys, seeing if there might be a spot for you here, a spot for you there, and it's just a very dynamic world when it comes to the college world. And then I had some people approach me about maybe going back to high school in Louisiana, and I thought about it for a long time. And just being home and being around family, being around friends, being back in a place where I know I'm used to and comfortable and been around basketball in it, is just exciting to get back and get home and try to bring something back with me. Take the experiences that I had and come back and bring that with me.
You were a part of those great Riverside teams that back when me and Andrew Lopez were both doing work for NOLA.com, Times Picayune, and I know he sends his excitement and congratulations. I don't think I can verbatim share his excited reaction when I told him last night that this news was coming, but he is for sure hyped for you. You started your college career at Youngstown State, hit more three-pointers as a freshman there than anyone ever had with 50. Transfer down to South Alabama, where there's a familiar face from those Riverside days, and Herb McGee, and you guys got to play together. And I know some other Louisiana guys went through there during that same sort of time period. And then wrap up your playing career at the college level at Texas Southern with Johnny Jones, a name that Leesville folks will certainly remember very well. Yep. Had that GA opportunity at Northwestern State, and then the past year up at Harris-Stowe. I mean, from being that young guy that we were watching play for state championships in Lake Charles to now, your college career under your belt, the first couple stops as a college coach, how has your just philosophy as a young coach shaped, or your perspective on the game? And I mean, perspective in some ways as a young man shaped and grown from having those stops and those experiences?
Well, I can tell you it's been a big growing couple of years, because I had 4 different coaches in 5 years of college, so a lot of change, but it's just been helpful because you get to pick up on a lot of things that guys motivate people different ways, and you kind of get to see every side of it when you have that aspect of having different coaches. And that's just one of the biggest things. Like some guys were real hard nosed, and they were going to get in your face, and they were going to scream and holler and this, that, and the other, but it was just their motivation tactic. And playing for a guy like Johnny Jones, he's more of a, everybody says that he's a player's coach. He tries to make you feel good about yourself. He's trying to keep your confidence level high. And, I think being a young coach, I'm able to kind of take what I liked, what I didn't like, and kind of put those things together and kind of mash it up to where it's my own thing, and, get to try to motivate kids in a better way that I think is, would have helped me or would have helped other players. And, it's just exciting to kind of be a young guy and get an opportunity that I am. And, it's going to work wonders for me and my career. And, hopefully I'm able to bring some success to places that, used to have success and want to have success.
How would you describe the way you see yourself if you're coming into Leesville and you've got kids or parents or community members, alumni, whoever it may be, are wondering, all right, so how would you describe yourself as a coach? What kind of energy are you bringing in here? What are you about? What's your synopsis of a young Jordan Andrews?
If it's going to be just like I was when I was a player, y'all know I was very competitive. I might have talked a little little stuff here and there, and we were going to have fun with it, but it's always just a competitive nature. Inside those lines, I'm very dedicated to what goes on in it. I'm very, very excited to kind of bring my passion to it and help other kids see that you can have fun while still being successful within sports and academics and just life in general. So that's kind of how I'm going to be. I'm going to be energetic. I'm going to bring some energy. I got a young spirit right now, so I'm going to try to use it as long as I can. Kind of feed off. Hopefully the guys kind of feed off of that, and we can build up some energy and some confidence and go from there.
Yeah, I was going to say, just thinking back to some of the Riverside days, those teams were so successful at such a high level. And, Coach Byrd expected huge things every year and expected perfection from you guys, or excellence, at least from you guys. But y'all always struck me with how much fun and how there was like a looseness and fun to the way he let y'all play, that it sounds like has stuck with you ever since, and you're kind of looking for that same sort of dynamic with your guys as you come back.
No, I think he did hold us. He was very disciplined with us in the sense of he held us accountable if we weren't playing hard or if we weren't giving the energy that he knew we were supposed to give. He held us accountable, but when we were giving that energy and we were playing up to our expectations, he let us be free, and that's going to be kind of the same mindset I bring into my team. I don't want to control every little piece of it. That's not fun. I don't want to be robotic. I want you to be loose. I want you to play with confidence, but I'm going to hold you accountable, and I'm going to have standards that we're going to follow. And, if we reach those standards, the success is just going to come with it, and you're just going to have fun, and I think like when you think about our teams at Riverside, it was loose, it was fun, but, we had a bond together. We were together from 8th grade on. So it was just, we knew each other. We cared for each other, and, we wanted to see each other be successful. And, that came with playing hard and making sure that we were setting each other up for success.
You come into a place where they haven't had a ton of basketball success in a few years. I think 2019, they had a really strong team, and it's been a little bit down since then. How do you approach coming into a place that has been a little bit down and just trying to build some momentum, set some foundations, and get things going back the right way?
Actually, a quote sticks with me about, people talk about results all the time when they come in. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But, you focus on the process, but the process is driven by character. So, it's about building the guys up before we do anything. I'm not going to say we're going to come in here and win district or, make a state championship run or anything like that right off the bat. But we're going to compete like we're going to try to do that. We're going to, we're going to play hard. We're going to work on being better people and better players just so we can work on our process. Our character is going to drive our process. It's going to bring our results. It's just how I'm going to go about it.
If you have one, give me a good story of working alongside Johnny Jones, a guy that is that area of the state's, one of their favorite basketball sons from the west side of the state. Something that stuck with you from your time working along Coach Johnny.
I'm going to tell you this. He has the best one-hand backward shot from half court I've ever seen in my life. He can do it in a suit. He can do it in a 3/4 zip. He can do it in a t-shirt. He can, he's just going to stand there and throw it like this, and I guarantee you it's going in about 2 out of 3 times. It's the most wild thing I've ever seen, and I think he could do it every year, any time of the year. And that's always stuck with me because he's doing his dance, and he's hitting his shot, and he's feeling himself. He's doing his stuff, but it was fun to be around a guy that loved to just be himself and, show you that he cared about you and himself and how it was supposed to be loose and fun.
How would you describe, this is, kind of a bigger, more vague question, but the basketball culture in Louisiana overall? You're a guy that now has the benefit of having played or coached in a handful of different states. With what you see of basketball culture overall in Louisiana, from your time as a player on now having had a chance to come back a little bit, both as a GA and just continuing those relationships and networks down here, and now coming back as a head coach. If folks around the country are asking what's basketball like in Louisiana, what do you think that answer looks like?
I think it comes down to, in Louisiana, you're going to get people that play hard. We might not be the most skilled all the time. I think there's, a couple states like California, New York, states that aren't huge football first people. And, they kind of they work on skill all the time. And I think that's kind of where we differ, but we make up for that with our energy, our effort, just how tough we are. And, I think high school basketball is, you gotta put time and effort into it to be fundamentally sound, but you also have to just play with that dog mentality and kind of go out there and just, I'm not gonna lose, or I'm not gonna let him step over me. I'm gonna put everything out there, and if it comes down to win or loss, we'll let the clock decide that. We won't, our effort won't be the determining factor. We'll always have that effort out there. So I think that's kind of what describes Louisiana. You just, you got physical, strong kids that are going to play hard and bust their butt to try to win. And there's a lot of fighting spirit in Louisiana, just from culture and backgrounds and all that kind of things.
And what's something about you, outside of basketball, who should folks expect is coming there? You mentioned that, you're a competitive guy, but you're a fun guy. And we had so much fun with those Riverside teams. We used to joke about Herb and I having, like, we should have a talk show or comedy show or something like that. If you're not at practice or at a game, or not, in basketball mode, what else might you be doing?
I'm trying to get my golf game right. It's really embarrassing how bad I am at golf right now. So I'm really trying to get better at golf. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been horrendous, and I'm proud of myself, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna be on the golf course, I guarantee you, if I ever have time to do it.
Is the painting behind you a Jordan Andrews original, or that come from?
That's a yeah, Van Gogh Andrews original, but no, my girlfriend has a setup pretty nice. I let her do the decorating, but that's what I end up with out here. So, we she won't let me put my paintings up.
As much as you talk about where the golf game is, I would like to see where the painting game is as well at some point. That might be.
We used to go hard in finger painting, man. We used to, kindergarten, they taught us well with finger painting, and I remember it. It's been a while since I touched paintbrush. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got too much basketball, man. Again, he's Jordan Andrews. A huge congrats to this guy getting his first head coaching opportunity, coming back home to Leesville, taking over that Wampus Cats program. Those kids and those families and those folks should expect every bit of what he said. A lot of confidence and high expectations, built the right way, but also having a lot of fun and getting a chance to build some strong bonds that are going to last a lifetime. Jordan, appreciate you so much, and congratulations again.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for all the support y'all have had for years. Y'all know I love y'all, so I appreciate everything y'all do for us in Louisiana.
No doubt, man. Our pleasure. Love you too, brother. And again, he's Jordan Andrews, the new Leesville boys basketball coach, and for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.